This event is really designed to just be a celebration of this community. We're not doing a big update or anything like that today. Just want to have an opportunity to say thanks and get together and celebrate who we are and show a little Pioneer pride today. So the Chancellor is going to say a couple of things, and I'll finish up with a couple of things, and we want to get some video and some pictures too, so don't go running away right away. All right.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There we go. Thank you for coming. It's nice to see so much orange and blue out there. Everybody showing their pride. It's been a very interesting couple of weeks. I was getting ready to get up and start my day in Beijing, China, and I got a call from Rob Kramer saying there'd been a bit of a storm. And he didn't know exactly what had happened. It was about 45 minutes after it hit. And I talked to him about hourly after that, mainly to find out whether anybody had been hurt. And so the great thing about this is that with the exception of a few people in town, there were no major injuries or life-threatening, although I did read the Platteville Journal today, and it's an incredible story of the person from right over here who got sucked up out of her house and thrown across into somebody else's lawn. I thought only chancellors got threatened with that kind of treatment. The second thing that struck me about talking with Rob Kramer was how so many people had stepped up right immediately and made all the difference. One of the reasons why there weren't any injuries is because of the leadership of residence hall assistants and people on the ground with the campers who were in town and got them to safety immediately, and then at the appropriate time moved them to a safer place. It speaks well of the training that group has and the leadership that comes out of Linda Mulray Bowden's shop and our whole student affairs operation. The second person I'd like to mention that I think deserves mention is that someone who was bugging me about 3 years ago about disaster preparedness and that we need to go through training and have tabletop exercises and that kind of thing. And I grudgingly said, okay, we have to do that. We should do it. And so we went through that training exercise a couple of different times since then. And to his credit, Chief of Police Scott Marquardt led that effort and convinced a recalcitrant chancellor of the need for it. And immediately in the aftermath of the tornado hitting campus, we were mobilized and prepared to respond to the emergency and well organized. That is an incredible thing to be on the other side of the world and have my peace of mind settled by some measure about the way that the people on this campus stepped up in every way. Now, since I've been back, I think it's also been remarkable about the way the campus has continued to respond. There's no doubt that the disaster inconveniences us and causes challenges. We're going to have about 8,000 students arriving in about 6 weeks, and there's a lot of cleanup to do, a lot of rebuilding to do, just a whole multitude of issues that have to be addressed. And what I can tell you is that it's obvious the people in this room are stepping up in a big-time way. So there's a great reason to have pride in being a pioneer. There's a saying that adversity builds character. Well, I disagree with that. I had somebody else from somewhere say to me, it doesn't build character, it reveals character. If you're not prepared to deal with the challenges that face you, when you're challenged, you're not going to respond well. If you have the character that responds well to it, then the adversity only brings that to light. I think that's obvious. We've responded to this as a campus just like pioneers, forging ahead and doing all the good things that need to be done to get ahead. Finally, we do have a bit of a heavy lift in front of us, but the contractors, the insurance adjusters, the system, our neighbors all around us, the community. I heard from Dwayne Ford at Southwest Tech and President Wee at Northeast Iowa Community College almost immediately after we were struck. We've heard from Dale Schultz and Travis Tranel and Governor Walker and Representative Ron Kind have all been through here to look over the damage and provide their support to whatever goes on. But I am convinced, barring something that we don't know now, that we're going to be well prepared when those 8,000 or so students show up in 6 weeks. And it's this kind of thing on this campus, this kind of response, that makes every day a great day to be a pioneer. Thanks for coming. Have fun.
Okay, for those who don't know me, I am Scott Marquardt, Chief of University Police. Thank you for your remarks, Chancellor. Couldn't have done this by ourselves, though. A lot of people in this room stepped up and did some really remarkable things that night and in the days following, and will continue to do so. And one of the things that we've been talking about in the groups that are dealing with the response to this is, like the Chancellor said, this is a bit of a heavy lift, and it's going to continue to be. And some of the research that we've done on campuses that have gone through this experience before, they've talked about the fact that that immediate response, everybody comes together, and then the work just doesn't end. And so throughout the summer and into fall and throughout fall and into winter, we're going to continue to feel stress and pressure. So take care of one another, be kind to one another, be mindful of your stress level and the stress level of others, and we're all going to get through that part together too.